pants are tight. Straight through the pants like a chest burster. Ladies. Hi there. How are you? I'm Matt. That's Jerva with the busted couch. And we are here to talk about The Wolverine, starring Hugh Jackman. And it was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. Certainly a lot better than the last Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
Actually, the first probably hour and a half of the movie was really solid, really good. The end, the plot kind of went to hell.
Yeah.
A lot of the X-Men movies tend to do this because then it's like, here's what the evil plan was. And you're like, what? No, it's very stupid. Same thing, but overall, as far as X-Men movies, I'd rank it below X2 and First Class and above everything else. So
it's not bad. It's in the upper tier, the upper half of the movies. So that's good.
Not really, considering the lower half.
The fight scenes that were in the movie were good. They were fairly well shot. And
yeah, it was actually original. It was interesting action scenes.
Yeah.
Which is something the X-Men movies really haven't had. Their action is usually very boring and rote.
But this seemed like, it was done right.
A single film, this was probably, it felt like the strongest, because they're always throwing in here's a whole bunch of mutants, or just throwing in mutants to have here's 80 mutants in every movie. This one, there was a total of 3 mutants, including Wolverine, so...
Yeah, a lot less to divide your focus on.
Yeah, it was a much more solid movie. It's still, the plot went to hell at the end, but overall, the actual pacing and the story, there was character development for Wolverine for basically the first time ever.
Yeah. Gave him a lot more depth than what he had previously.
This was easily the best film version of Wolverine we've gotten so far. This felt the closest to actual comic book Wolverine that we've had. And as much as I hate that they didn't just ignore The Last Stand because it was terrible, using that to build this Wolverine on was actually really good and worked really well. So.
Yeah. What was the Japanese girl's name? The one that came to get him?
Oh,
it's right there! Perfect!
Yeah, Yukio.
Yukio. I felt that she did a pretty good job.
Yeah, well, no one was bad, and all the acting was good. Also, they had, it was Viper, right? Yeah, Viper, who's, I believe, I'm just gonna Google this to make sure. I'm pretty positive she is the head of Hydra, which is weird that she would be a character that they would have access to, and not Marvel Central, because she's not really X-Men based. Yeah, she's Madam Hydra.
Oh.
And Hydra is, Hydra sometimes works with the Hand, and the Hand is often Wolverine fights them, but I mean, so does Daredevil. They're not a strictly mutant, X-Men thing. So, anyway, Madam Hydra, or Viper, as she's called in this, would have made a hell of a lot better of an Emma Frost than January Jones did in First Class, because she was horrible. Yeah, all the acting, there was no standout bad person. They were all good.
Yeah, they did what they could with what they got. So
yeah, Hugh Jackman actually, this was the meatiest role Wolverine has ever been for him.
Yeah,
there's not a lot that's amazing. There's not a lot that's terrible unless you get into the last 20 minutes of the movie.
In which case, it's kind of hard to say anything without spoiling the movie for you.
But yeah, overall, it's worth if you've seen other X-Men movies. I don't think you'll be let down by this one.
If you liked all of the X-Men movies,
then you'll definitely like this one.
You'll love this one.
There's an after the credits scene that is it's very much a Marvel Studios style of a set up for the next X-Men movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say. I mean,
no, not really. It wasn't.
It's not.
It'd be a solid 7.5 out of 10 sort of. It's.
Yeah, if you want to go through ratings.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not amazing. It's just, it's a serviceable action movie.
Still go see Pacific Rim if you haven't.
Yes, definitely. The acting was fine. The direction was solid all the way through. Actually, probably this had the best direction other than First Class. Because, I don't know, I'm not a huge Bryan Singer fan of his style. And, you know, Brett Ratner. Oddly enough, the ninjas are like... It's not that the ninjas are bad in the movie, it's the ninjas show up at the same time the plot goes to hell. So, really the ninjas are the part where the movie's bad.
I don't know, it's for some reason really hard to talk about this movie.
Yeah. The only thing that the music stood out for me was during the love scene. I swear it sounded like music from The Last of Us.
Perfect music for making love. Anyway, basically, if you liked the X-Men movies, you'll probably like this one.
If you're interested in seeing this,
there's
I can't say it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, you'll probably like it. If you're not interested in seeing it,
go see Pacific Rim.
Yeah, there's not
instead.
really a like driving need to see this.
Or White House Down.
White House Down is better than this, which is really shocking.
Oh, if only Channing Tatum was Wolverine.
Channing Tatum should be Sabretooth in the next movie.
That'd be amazing.
Just always have a completely different Sabretooth who doesn't look anything like the last one in every movie.
And the next one will
Jeff
be...
Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
I really can't think of a lot to say. Like, it's an okay movie. It's not a great movie, but it's... As far as X-Men movies go, it's actually pretty good. As far as summer movies go, it's pretty meh. Like, I don't know. The closest I can say is Star Trek, and I think it's better than Star Trek. But that's about what I would say the level of the movie is.
Because Star Trek was consistently stupid, whereas Wolverine was really awesome
solid, and then just kind of fell apart at the end.
Yeah.
But even when it was like really awesome, like it was impressive for an X-Men movie, but not really like. I mean, if you compared it to like Avengers or something, Iron Man 3, it wasn't, even when it was good, it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
But for like compared to the rest of the X-Men over, until it fell apart, it was actually like really good.
There you have it. That's pretty much as we can really say about Wolverine without really spoiling anything. So we'll just leave you with that. I'm Matt Jerva. If you liked the video, hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, do all that shit, and we'll see you next time. You could probably cut out about 75% of what we just did.